Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. We'll continue with the text. M guessed that the conversation was about worldly men who looked upon those who aspire to spiritual things. The Master was talking about the great number of such people in the world and about how to deal with them. Master to Narendra: how do you feel about it? Worldly people say all kinds of things about the spiritually minded. But look here, when an elephant moves along the street, any number of curs and other small animals may bark and cry after it, but the elephant does not even look back at them. If people speak ill of you, what will you think of them? Narendra: I shall think that dogs are barking at me. Master smiling: oh no, you must not go that far, my child. Laughter: God dwells in all beings, but you may become intimate only with good people. You must keep away from the evil-minded. God is even in the tiger, but you cannot embrace the tiger on that account. Laughter: you may say, why run away from a tiger, which is also manifestation of God? The answer to that is, those who tell you to run away are also manifestations of God. Why should not you listen to them? Here we see Narendra's innate nature is being awakened, and the purpose for which he has descended to the earth has to be fulfilled. He has to lift the mankind, enshrine Thakur and Mother in their hearts, love them dearly. Every jiva must find its end, whatever he be it animal or even plants and trees. He has responsibility to discharge. Unless we see divine in a person, our love and respect doesn't sustain. It crashes down in times when we are at stake. I am loving somebody, I am loving some people, and I get certain shocks in my life which I never expected, and my love immediately turns out to be anger or hatred even. That is, now if we see divine, because we saw human in difficulties or human in problem, human in suffering, and loved them. But when they betray us, will the same love sustain? When we see divine in a person or divine in the beings, it sustains. Oh, it's all play. They are playing, let me also play my game. They are on the higher side now. Yes. One saint says, if you are anvil, bear. If you are hammer, strike. So, here, all these days, he was the hammer and they were the anvils. Now it has changed. He is ready to bear. He has become the anvil to bear because he is seeing divine. There is no problem for him. If they betray, divine is betraying. If they love, divine is loving. And I am prepared for that. I am happy if a small child, a small baby, not even has learnt yet to speak or walk. Such a baby, when you take on the lap, suppose it kicks you, you feel happy, you don't feel like breaking his leg. Same elderly people, if an elderly person comes and kicks you, will you spare him? That kind of love, acceptance, not with disgust, not with that divine. Now, Swamiji has to face. Sri Ramakrishna is giving signal. You will see later on, throughout his life, there is a constant struggle, not in the spiritual life. Spiritual life smoothly went away. Realizations up to Nirvikalpa, he got in the presence of Master itself. But later on, when he goes to teach mankind, when he wants to give the message of the Master to man, how much of resistance, how much of torture he had to bear. He bore all that happily. And that is the nature of world. World, Thakur is asking, if they speak ill of you, what will you do? He wants to love. Even though when they hate, you must be able. This is the sainthood. You see, I went to New Delhi. One ashrama was there. In that ashrama, one sadhu used to stay. He has passed away when I went. Just a few years back, he must have passed away. And that as a small boy, he had great desire to serve. From where he entertained that idea of serving people, we don't know. As 11, 12 years, he wants to go and serve people. He is not able to bear the suffering of people, the elders and all. You are not finished your education. What are you doing this? You will be destroyed in the world. You don't know what it is. And of all the places, you want to go and help the slum people. They said, in no time, you will become slum dweller. So, their influence is so powerful. You are young, you don't know. But he waits. He goes from place to place, some safe places, in some ashramas. Then when he is about 20, 21, he thinks, I have to independently work now. So he is to some slum people and all. He brings up small children, he collects, he tries to give them education, this, that, so many things. He goes, later on, within 3-4 years, he builds up that a fine society, like small society. Then something happens, then all people will start hating him. They want to drive him away from there. Then last weeping, he comes away from that place and goes to another place. Builds up nicely, and he gets kicked from there also. Then he goes to third place, where from one place, this is the nature of the world. Whomever you love, whomever you serve, you have to take 2 kicks in the end. That is the nature. That is a test, whether you are done for God or not. If you have smallest desire behind, you start weeping. I did all these people did only this much for me. But if you have done for God, you'll be very happy. Nothing will affect you. I have done and I have given. I never expected they will not kick me at all. I had no expectations. So if they kick, all right. I have done my part. So he went from the third place to he established, and from there also he was kicked. Last he found out an ashrama at the age of 50, past after 50s. He thought, now I have to go back. While coming, they get passport. While going, they will get visa also. So he thought, before I go, let me have a legacy left behind of this tradition. So he built an ashrama. That ashrama I visited. So he had about a few disciples who have renounced formally and took up shelter under him. He was a very kind and loving personality. And whoever has seen him, whoever has worked with him, and those disciples, they shed tears in remembering him. And highest thing they remember of him is with his purity of life. So he was honored. Before he dies, he writes on the wall, नेकी कर जूते खा, मैंने खाया तू भी खा. Do good, नेकी कर, जूते खा. In return, you will get kicks. Do good to people and you get back the kicks. I have taken, you also take. नेकी कर जूते खा, मैंने खाया तू भी खा. जूते खाना पड़ता है इसलिए नेकी करना मत छोड़ दे बेटा, क्योंकि तेरा और इस दुनिया का उद्धार उसी में है. Do good, get the kicks, but don't give up doing good because you will have to take kicks. Don't stop doing, because your evolution and evolution of the society is there in that only. नेकी कर जूते खा, मैंने खाया तू भी खा. जूते खाना पड़ता है इसलिए नेकी करना मत छोड़ दे, क्योंकि तेरा और इस दुनिया का उद्धार उसी में है. What an experience, what a patience, what a love to return blessings when someone hates and kicks. That is sainthood. That is the highest thing. How they see divine. And Swamiji, Thakur expects Swamiji to be a saint like this. You will get, people will say everything. Don't even think that dogs are barking at me. No. Try to keep away from the evil till you are able to transform the evil. Like Buddha, Angulimala, one of the samples. How many he has transformed, we don't know. Thousands and lakhs it must be. So transformation of life. So here Thakur wants Swamiji to see the divine. Sab mein Bhagwan hai. There is God in everyone. Don't forget that. Because he has come for that purpose. His purpose should not be defeated. Oh, you must not go that far, my child. Laughter, all will laugh. God dwells in all beings. This is an emphatic statement. This is just Naren coming in. Almost like what he teaches him. Are you married? Like that. He is teaching Naren. God dwells in all beings, and before Thakur leaves body, he makes him see that. Nirvikalpa experience. Up to Nirvikalpa, he takes stage by stage. Last, after getting Nirvikalpa, when Thakur says, now Mother has shown you everything, the key is with me. After you finish Mother's work, I will give this key back to you. First wonders, who is this person who can give Nirvikalpa at will? That's all right, that any guru can do. But to lock that realization, the ultimate realization, and put back in the Maya, to work back after Brahmajnana, to keep that knowledge of Brahmajnana covered, locked up, asking him to do the work. Who is this? 2 days before, he gets the vision earlier itself. First he introduces what is Rama, what is Krishna, make him realize what is Kali, make him accept, make him see, make him realize each stage, because he has to teach entire mankind. Each man his own nature and way to go towards God. I cannot impose my religion or my path on him, because I like it and that is my path. I cannot force you, take this path and go. You come to me, I will give you. No. You go along your path. I will help you on your path. So, this he must be able to attend to all jivas and show each one their path. Oh, you are Bhakti Pradhana. You go by Bhakti path. I will help you in Bhakti path. I will help you in Jnana path. I will help you in Christianity. I will help you in Islamic path of realization. Every path he must be an expert. Like education. Go in any field. I will help you. Medical, yes, go. I will take classes for you in medical. You want to go for engineering? Yes. What branch in education? In engineering? Yes. Mechanical? Yes. Electrical? What do you want? He is all-knowing. God in various aspects, all aspects of spirituality, all paths to God, varieties of paths, and combination of them is each one adopts some amount of bhakti, some amount of jnana, some amount of karma, and this proportion differs from person to person, and he must be able to give that particular medicine by which his delusion comes down and then he reaches perfection. So for Naren, he gives all paths realization, and finally the power he needs to suppress ajnana, to weaken the ajnana in a person and give the supreme knowledge at will and at touch. You see Naren later on. There will be a huge crowd moving. Some procession will be coming. One Devata, some person, Shiva or Narayana, Vishnu or something, I don't know, or Ganesha. Usually we see processions going, you see Durga procession in Navaratri. Something will be going, so much crowd. Swamiji also there in this. One Sardarji will be standing there. He pats on his back and says, look there, your Ishtadevata. Immediately he gets the vision of his Ishtadevata. He sees and he becomes still there. He gets the vision. On the bank of ocean, Gujarat, no. Chennai. Some ghosts come and request, where is our release? Where is our release? Swamiji takes a handful of sand and says, go, you are released. They get released and go away. They are bound by certain desires or something which cannot be, they are not able to get a body also. But these are the various powers. Whatever power Swamiji needed to spread the message, to give relief to the people who come across, and himself to bear all the odds in the path, to give all that Thakur gives him. Then still Naren had doubt. Is he the Lord of the universe? By stroking the feet, he will be thinking, if he is God, why is he suffering like this? Then Sri Ramakrishna says, before that he has made him to realize all things. Naren was not able to accept. Then suddenly Sri Ramakrishna says, even now you have doubt about me. The one who was born as Rama, one who was born as Krishna is there in this body now. When he says this, we hear only up to here. What experience did Naren get? It has not been told there. Just like Arjuna asking Krishna to reveal his real nature after the Vibhuti Yoga. Krishna says, I am this, I am that, I am this, that. You can see me here, I am Himalayas among the Parvata, mountains. And when he says all this, what Krishna gets Arjuna gets the vision as Vishwarupa. And just request, reveal yourself to me, what really you are. Same thing happens here. When Naren will be doubting, is he God or what? Last but 1 day, 2 days are left for Thakur to leave his body. Then he says this, even now you have doubt. And when he says, the one who was, earlier if he had told, it is one unknown expressing another unknown. He doesn't know who is Rama, he doesn't know who is Krishna. One who was born, who was Krishna, who was Rama, is born here again in this body, not from your Advaitic point of view. There Thakur emphatically says, Not according to Advaita, all are manifestation of the same reality. I am also Brahman, you are also Brahman. Like husband and wife fighting. Hum bhi military, tum bhi military. Like that. Here when Thakur says, the one who was born as Rama and Krishna is already shown who is Rama, who is Krishna. God taking birth as Rama, God taking birth as Krishna is already shown. He has shown what is Kali. All aspects of realizations he has given him. Then finally says, one word. The moment he says, there will be a realization which takes him to the centuries back, millions of years back. From there, how God is again and again coming down to lift the mankind. That vision, yuge yuge, sambhavami yuge yuge. He just goes millions of years back, again and again, human existence coming up, again getting destroyed, again Stone Age beginning, again going to the highest computer science, again destroy. So each time the human existence loses its all strength and becomes again matter through materialism, again to make them Chaitanya again, like rainy season. All the seeds that have fallen, all the roots that are dried up, the potatoes, this, that and all, in summer all will dry up. Once it rains, you will see everything is becoming again lively. Like that, he sees each time God coming down. And here, for the present age, the same Lord has come down. He just clutches his feet. Like a small child starts weeping. Here the last vestige of ignorance is removed. Shankaracharya, after realization, with his disciples is going. That small ajnana, the shadow behind remains. The tree shines, its shadow remains when sun shines. Darkness below the lamp remains. So this is what Sri Ramakrishna removes when he says, Jo Ram, the one who is Rama and Krishna. In case of Shankaracharya, he comes one Chandala, apasara, move away. He straight away he comes and dashes. Then, why have you touched me? Who has touched whom? Body, matter, what happens? Atman, nobody can touch or nobody can stain. What are you talking? Immediately Shankaracharya falls at his feet. That is Purna Jnani, Shankaracharya. Even if this incident had not happened, his mukti, there is no problem. His jnana, there is no, he is Purna. He is Brahman. But still, that which is going to Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati, that Brahmavit, he becomes Brahman itself. That last small things are removed. That vestige of ignorance Sri Ramakrishna removes before he leaves the body. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.